Do experts overestimate their ability to manage society?
Absolutely. Yeah, everybody knows. I mean, everybody knows the right way to do everything, right? You can walk down the street and throw a rock and hit someone who thinks they know the best way government or society should function. This is it's actually it's a part of our human nature to believe that we can control things if we just had enough power. And what we're doing is we're trusting politicians who say, hey, I know how to solve this problem. And we're giving them power. And then we're expecting them to solve the problem that they have no idea how to solve. It's a really interesting problem. I think um, there's a great book called In Defense of Chaos. And it's written by a chaologist who understands that, like, basically for every single atom in the universe, it would take an enormous amount of computational power to predict what that atom is going to do in the next 5 seconds. So now if you consider that there's, like, 100 trillion, however many atoms there are in the universe, if you were to predict what would happen in the universe 5 seconds from now, you'd have to calculate every single atom in the universe, right? And to build a computer with using all those atoms is an impossible task. It's the amount of computation needed to understand how the universe works is beyond the limitations of what's actually in the universe. You just have to let the universe be the computer and play out and see what happens in 5 seconds. But politicians think they're smarter than the universe, and they're smarter than the most advanced quantum computers, and that they know if they pull this string over here and do this thing over here, that they're going to create this outcome and everything's going to be perfect and they can do exactly what they want. But they're not taking into consideration the hundreds of millions of people that have to go along with this, or the hundreds of millions of people that are not going to go along with it, or are going to do something to try to sabotage it because they don't like the plan or they don't want what they're trying to do. There's so many variables to this. And then there's just the unknown variables of, like, well, what if it's just not going to work? What if we put this paint at the bottom of the pool and it turns into mold? There's so many things that people just don't know. And you can hire all these experts who have done similar things, but every new time you're trying to do something new at a bigger scale, there's all kinds of questions that people don't know. And sure, maybe there's ways to redo it again and try to correct it, but then you're running into problems. Well, oh, that was a politician. We can't trust him. He screwed up last time. So you're not going to get that second chance a lot of the times. So too many politicians get that second, third, fourth, fifth, 500th chance, and we keep giving it to them, and they still keep proving to us that they can't do it, but we keep giving them that chance anyways. But yeah, it's part of a human nature that we think we can do that, but we're actually really stupid animals when it comes down to it. So stop trusting all these people with all these grand plans that they have, because there would have been a high-speed rail in California by now if they really knew what they were talking about.